You keep thinking her fear of commitment is the problem. But what if it's not fear? What if it's comfort? Because some women don't avoid commitment. They avoid losing the upper hand. She tells you she's not ready, that she needs space, that she's still healing from her past. You nod your head. You try to be the understanding man. You think, maybe if I'm just patient enough, she'll see my value and come around. But time isn't what she needs. Time is the weapon she uses against you. Because as long as you're willing to wait, she never has to choose. She's not afraid of committing to you. She's comfortable living in a state of emotional ambiguity. Because ambiguity gives her control. When nothing is defined, she gets to keep all her options on the table, without ever looking like she's leading you on. And you keep offering her your patience, when what she actually deserves is your absence. Let S call it what it is. S, not she, S guarded. It's a strategy. She knows exactly how to pull you in close enough that you won't give up, but keep you far enough away that you never feel secure. She gives just enough attention to keep your hope alive, but never enough to give you any real peace of mind. That's not fear. That's calculated. Comfort zones don't exist because of safety. They exist because of power. She controls the conversation. She controls the distance. She controls when she's available, and when she disappears into thin air. And every time you let her explain away her behavior, or accept her vague apologies, you reinforce her comfort. You become the safe harbor that allows her inconsistency to thrive. Here's the forbidden truth. Women like that don't fear love. They fear being held accountable, because accountability demands effort, and effort destroys comfort. She's not afraid of losing you. She's afraid of losing the version of you who tolerates her lack of investment. Psychologically, this is a classic case of intermittent reinforcement. It's the same powerful mechanism that creates addiction. When her affection and attention come unpredictably, your brain releases a hit of dopamine. Not because of the connection itself, but because of the relief from uncertainty. The same chemical loop that keeps a gambler pulling the lever on a slot machine is the same one that keeps you chasing her validation. You start to mistake that emotional craving for genuine connection. You call it love, but it's dependency. A dependency manufactured from her inconsistency. You say you want her to commit, but if you're being honest with yourself, you've been the only one committed all along. You've been loyal to her potential, not to her reality. You've become attached to a version of her that only shows up in brief, fleeting moments, the version that appears right before she pulls away again. And you think those moments are proof of something real. They're not. They are proof that she knows exactly how to manipulate your hope. Let's go deeper. Why do you stay locked in this pattern? Because every time she makes you feel insignificant, your instinct is to prove your worth. You try harder. You listen more. You give more. You stay longer. You keep thinking that if you just love her enough, she'll finally see it and reciprocate. But the more you perform for her approval, the less she respects you. Not because you're not worthy of respect, but because she subconsciously equates your tolerance with weakness. Here's the paradox. The more you chase her for clarity, the more power she gains. The more you wait for her to change, the less incentive she has to. Because why would she? She already gets everything she wants. Your time, your loyalty, your emotional energy, without ever having to give you the one thing you need, a decision. You've been trying to negotiate your value from inside her comfort zone, and the only way to win that game is to walk away from the table. You can't force a woman out of her comfort, but you can stop making it so comfortable for her to keep you in limbo. Stop rewarding inconsistency with your understanding. Stop mistaking her emotional unavailability for depth. Stop interpreting her distance as a sign of a complex, wounded soul. It's not complex. It's convenient. For her. And convenience has absolutely nothing to do with love. The way out isn't to get revenge. It isn't to make a grand gesture, to show her what she's lost. It's to reclaim what you've been giving away for free, your own sense of certainty. When you stop chasing her emotional scraps, you start to become emotionally whole again. And the silence she once used to control you becomes the silence where you finally heal. Remember this: a woman who wants you will make it clear. A woman who values you will protect your peace of mind, not constantly disrupt it. If you have to keep guessing where you stand, you already have your answer. If you have to constantly audition for her affection, you're in the wrong relationship. And if you keep waiting for commitment from someone who benefits from keeping you in a state of uncertainty, you're not waiting for love. You're waiting for her permission to stop betraying yourself. So stop waiting for her to choose you. Start choosing yourself. Because the truth is, she's not the one who can't commit. You're the one who keeps committing to a situation that devalues you. She's not afraid of losing you. She's afraid of losing her access to you. And when you finally revoke that access, she'll feel something she has been avoiding all along, the consequence of her own choices. You are not hard to love. You're just loving someone who is comfortable being easy to want and impossible to build with. That's not your story anymore. Step out of her comfort zone and let her stay trapped in it alone. Because her comfort was your cage and your distance is her reality check. She's not afraid of commitment. She's addicted to control. And the moment you detach, she loses her supply. That's when you win. Not because she finally regrets losing you, but because you finally stop losing yourself. The truth doesn't comfort. It frees.